Kentucky Wildcats and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Wildcats head coach pregame. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. Ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Wildcats offense will have the football first. C.J. Baxter, he's one of the top runners in the sport, and certainly they'll go to him early and often.
Man, this is going to be so much fun. The irresistible force versus the immovable object, right? Like this. This is what they do. They pride themselves, one of the absolute best running backs in the country, Palmer. But this defense, they don't take a back seat to many. They stop the run. They're physical. This will be awesome.
And they play like a unit, too, on defense. All 11 guys playing as one, and they pride themselves on stopping the run and being the more physical side and owning the line of scrimmage. And they've talked about this all week. We've got to get multiple players to the ball, gang tackle this guy. What a challenge for this defense going up against simply one of the best in college football.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Leaves it in his belly. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Drops back. It's long. Fires left. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone coverage. He sits down like a wide receiver. Really nice job working the outside part of the field. Quarterback, running back on the same page for the nice completion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Deep in the end zone, it's Warren. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Breaks into the open. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
On first down, it's Baxter again. They put the brakes on it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're all over him. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The Aggies offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. He may have a matchup on the outside he can really take advantage of. A lot of teams have attacked this corner. Making the adjustment on the play. Reed. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. Across midfield into press territory and finally down at the 48. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Just smothered on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Throwing Reed. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Sets his feet. It's long. Hauls it in. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Skinner. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Wildcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. They'll run it with Baxter. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll try to run with Baxter. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Here's Reed to throw. Makes a grab over the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They give it back to it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Dropping back, it's long. Rush right in his face. Going to try to get it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's past the marker. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has...
He's loose on the left. The 10. Touchdown, Aggie. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this and the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Churns into the pile. And they get the third down stop. What a play by this defense. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Searching for space. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Sticks it in his belly. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. This is a designed run. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Reed. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Straight ahead, it's Owens. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Across the 15. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Texas A&M! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Back to pass, it's long. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Turns it upfield. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Out wide right, it's Baxter. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. One more snap coming before halftime. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. At the 20, he's got space. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Utes who finish off the victory to get to 4-1. They led this one at halftime. They held off a second-half comeback attempt. This group has to be feeling good. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game at Kyle Field. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Warren. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Aggies head coach at the half. This home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Thanks, Howie. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Oh, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Reed. Right side, it's Brown. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. They'll take the penalty and move them back. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Throwing Reed. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got his man. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Kentucky going quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. Doesn't get it there.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
Play action. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Under pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
and they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Hands it off on the counter. Got a little grass. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown Aggies. And the pummeling has started. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just...
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking downfield, it's long. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop it for no gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. As we check in with Holly.
Hey guys, here on the Texas A&M sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with the big lead. They're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Reed to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. You couldn't do it on that last play.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking for a gap. It's Patterson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Hey, coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Look out! And they got it.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch around the 50. He's brought down and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Holly, what do you have?
Hey guys, here on the home team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. They'll run him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Play action with Reed. Buys time to his left. Throws for the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Throws it off the RPO. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the wide receiver. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Again, it's Reed. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Grabbed behind the line. It's Patterson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That's caught. It's Skinner. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Gets the back moving. Moving the pocket. It's long. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The give to the fullback. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take a knee. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Motion from the wideout. Quick give. It's Patterson. He breaks a tackle. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. To the air, it's long. Keeping his eyes downfield. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Kentucky right back to the line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Out wide left, it's Jackson. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.